Once you are there, do not demand or request a bottle of water. Definitely do not tell them that you feel worse than when you walked in their facility. Do not show any kind of dissatisfaction. I'm not talking here about aggression, raising voice, or name calling. None of that. I mean, do not show any kind of dissatisfaction with the treatment you got from them. And if you want to know more what I'm talking about, welcome to a new video, my friends. It's something I have been struggling with, and I'm going to resolve it one way or another. Might be a warm day outside, and I actually do have a summer dress on because I'm going to go visit a place, get something done, looking for some justice. Might be very hard, challenging, but I'm shivering, I'm cold, so I had to put a robe on. My hands are freezing. The whole body is slightly out of tune because I know what I'm going to be deal with will be extremely uncomfortable and stressful. I'm gonna go to the hospital where I was treated in emergency room on August 8th. I'm going to go there to a department called medical records. I've been there before. I picked up my medical records and I checked into something that I was told, or let's call it brushed off, closed subject. We are not discussing this anymore with you. From our side, we have done everything we could. That kind of attitude. I am not satisfied with that one. No way. Not in a big United States of America, where growing up, all we could hear was, oh, amazing, successful stories. How things are done, how people are treated, how much better it can be than in our socialist system of Czechoslovakia. Yeah, there was a group of people who were really selling it on in those days. They are not selling it so much anymore. Now, at 2024, but that's for another subject. I had a horrific experience in ER department in a hospital where I spent total, I think, 10 hours. The waiting time is one thing, I can understand that. But what was not right, and I will not understand it until I get some answers, is the treatment, the actual cocktail that was administered inside my body through IV at the night of August 8th. Now, I felt ill from it immediately, maybe half an hour after it was put in my vein, which was very much ignored. My shaking, my discomfort, the horrible feelings I started to feel were just pacified with a warm blanket because I was cold, they said. And the rest was just one disaster after another. When that first set of medicine got into me and I felt no relief for my migraine headache, which at that point I should have. I had those migraine cocktails before, back in Canada, and even here in 2016, and even at the same hospital. So I was very confused what went wrong that night. So I called the nurse. I called the nurse practitioner because they don't give you doctor anymore. No, you are on a paperwork told that it was a doctor treating you. It was a nurse practitioner, gentleman. And they decided to give me a medicine number 4. I explained how I felt worse. I almost cried. I mean, I was very, very broken, very disappointed. And also I mentioned how thirsty I was and I did not get the water. I did not get the water that I requested few times. Mind you, I was treated at one of the best that Pennsylvania has to offer. Big hospital. Probably extremely profitable. Their billboards are everywhere. When a nurse came, I asked, "What are you giving me? Is it a painkiller? Because I really need to take this pain away." Her answer was, "It's sort of like a painkiller, like those NSAIDs, and it will make you feel better." So she popped it in an IV. There it went, inside my bloodstream. Well, the sensation I felt, about 20, 30 minutes after, because I was still lying there and just waiting and hoping for relief. Relief that never came. At that point, I asked. I told them I just wanted to go home because I was so unwell. The headache was splitting. The back of my neck was all sore from lying down, uncomfortable position, and I just had enough. I just wanted to go home. No matter how bad I felt, I believed I could make myself feel better. And I mentioned this before. I know I'm repeating myself. It was a horrific rest of the night for me and also a following day. But it's only when I saw my medical records black on white yesterday and I tried to understand and research what was given to me, I realized that that medicine number 4 was a medicine that it's for aggressive patients, for schizophrenia, heavy duty stuff that was never supposed to go in my body. So when I talk to people from relations, which is, I guess, complaint department of this big hospital, ladies send me paperwork where they said it was evaluated by doctors and my treatment was compared to the one from 2016, and it was the same treatment I got. And I had no problems at the time. So I'm saying right now, I did not get the same treatment on August 8, 2024. And it's a pure lie from someone to actually give me a call and tell me that and even send it to me in an envelope written and a document. So I'm just about to go back to those medical records. And I want that doctor, or excuse me, not a doctor, a nurse practitioner who was, I hope, advised by the doctor, to explain to me why the heck they put that medicine number 4 in me. And is this a normal procedure that dissatisfied patient gets slammed, get punished by some medicine for schizophrenia that obviously is gonna mess one up, especially if it's the one who doesn't need it? You know that this medicine is also on this black boxed warning by FDA. It's not used very much anymore unless it's very necessary to use for certain cases. How necessary was it to use on me, someone who came to that hospital with a feeling of numb arm, numb leg, and a migraine headache? Nothing else. I was talking to them nicely. I was responsive. I cannot believe that stuff like this happens and you cannot find a justice. So the lady Karen from the relation department that sent me the letter said, you have all the right to get yourself a lawyer or attorney and file different kind of complaint. Really. So out of my pocket, I need to spend money for a lawyer, for attorney, to be fighting, to be trying to sue someone. I don't know how to do these things. I don't come from society as so happy. I don't know how to look for attorney, lawyer, and how much of the fees is he gonna ask. This is madness for me to even think to get involved into that kind of a route of solving this. So I'm going to go to the source. I'm going to the hospital that damaged me that night. And that the damage is still with me, because when I think of that night, the panic keeps returning. I was better off with my health before August 8th, my friends. And I feel so sad that I ever walked into that hospital. Since I started this video, this subject, I thought I'd finish it. And in this little part that you will hear now, for the ones who have a patience to listen to it, you will basically hear me how I lost it. I never want to get myself to that level that I have to be pushed to that kind of behavior. But sometimes life and the way how I am built gets me there. When I was taking a little picture of the hospital, walking in, because that's all I meant to do, I guess I didn't turn the button off. Because when I came home, I look at the phone, there is a black screen and recording long, almost 1 hour. Well, I wouldn't let you all here listen to it because 1 hour is a lot. It was not a very nice experience for me. But you know what? I cut the little part at the end, last 10 minutes. Where in a nutshell, it will tell you how hopeless really I felt and how hopeless really we are in this locked-in system. Be it lots of other things around us in a society, but in this case, when it comes to the medical care that it's offered to us. So that's it for today. I'll say goodbye and If you absolutely dislike this, overlook it. I felt like sharing it. It's very real. It's how I feel. It's what I have gone through, and maybe I'm not alone. And it's good to share the real experiences that we get as we go through life. I promise next one will be more positive. There was not much positivity here, was it? Have a good weekend. Bye. The subject sent me later that I got the same treatment in 2016. Right now I have records I did not. And the medicine that was administered to me on August 8th messed me up to the point it was horrible. Nobody's taking responsibility. So either doctor who actually was not even there, it was nurse practitioner, it was another lie again, the doctor was treating me. A nurse who lied to me about the medicine number 4. They all have something to explain to me because I suffer since then mentally. Like
None of them are here right now, okay? I can give you a number for guest relations, that's the best I can do, but I wasn't here that day and none of them are here, so we can't speak with you about it.
If I come different time, I can speak to them?
I mean, they probably won't be able to because it's a previous visit. You'd have to go through guest relations.
And guest relation will get me to talk to them?
They can help you with that.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you a card?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, they will talk to me. I will not leave this alone. So what do? I call this number and...
Yep, you can call this number and they'll help you out, okay? The number's right down there, okay? And that's her card. She'll help you, okay?
Oh, no, she will not. That's the one who talked to me 3 times. She will not help me. She closed it. She told me to get a lawyer, attorney. I told her even if I have to come in person, this will get resolved. So I don't even want to hear about
So we should ask her to get information from the doctors.
That woman is absolutely not helpful. I have a letter from her that she is lying, saying you got the same migraine cocktail and you experienced no issues. So I will never deal with her. 3 times I talked to her.
Okay.
Useless individual for me. So whatever you can recommend, or where else do I go with this? Because I will not leave this alone, what was done to me. So
how do you escalate it? When relations says no, that's it.
Did you get a lawyer at all?
No, it's not even about lawyer right now because that's money from my pocket.
Yeah.
I was damaged at this place and somebody needs to take responsibility, or at least these 2 guys or one of them will come and explain to me why they put those medicines in my body.
Okay.
Because that night I was not even willing to come back. I said to myself, I said to my husband, I would rather die home because if I come here, you will kill me here. This is how upset I am.
Okay.
I still suffer from anxiety just thinking about what happened on that night and how I was suffocating at home. My breathing was stopping. The medicine that was given to me is black box medicine. FDA doesn't improve it even anymore. FDA, it's given only in situation when nothing else works. Some kind of, I don't even want to, I even wrote my mother who is a nurse back in Europe and they will give me more explanation on that medicine.
Okay. Let me
So
call
these
my
guys
supervisor
need
to see
yeah.
what to do, okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
You should grab the card. Oh, you have her information already.
No, that Karen I don't need. That's the one who told me, I'm sorry, we are done with you. She told me that yesterday. Nobody will be done with me until it's done. And I warned her, I said, Miss Karen, I'm going to show up to that hospital and I will not leave until somebody comes and explains to me. She goes, good luck. Yeah.
That's what will happen.
Oh, she was going to brush me off. Good, I recognize the name. We would leave and I would realize that that's the car.
It's like a circle. So you just...
Just leave it all. This will get done. Somebody will eventually sit down with me. We will open the file and they will talk to me. That's the way I see it. That's the only vision. I have positive vision of somebody sitting with me and explaining it to me, talking to me like a person.
Okay. And then when,
Exactly what I wanted. I said I will come and I'll get supervisor of ER, and I will go right straight to the high boss, which is the highest position in ER. She's the main supervisor because it's her staff.
I called him. If you'd like. Yeah. Do you have a ticket? Yes. Yeah, the number should be on that ticket. Okay. Can you take me over here?
Today no one is here.
Oh, yeah.
Is that possible? That the ER is always packed.
Give me the ticket.
Can you imagine what they're dealing with? Oh, send her away. Oh, she's uncomfortable. What are we gonna do about her? So what case is good or bad? I'm getting confused with these names.
Honey, I spoke with my supervisor. She said either you'd have to get checked back in and evaluated, but that's the only thing we can do.
Check back in and
You can check in and get evaluated by a doctor here. That's all I can do for you.
yeah.
How do I get checked in?
You would check in here and you'd be seen in
Yeah,
the
you
ER
can
again.
move.
Seen in
ER
the
charge.
ER and then I get a bill for
Yeah,
being
yeah.
seen in the ER.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that can be done to,
Right.
be,
Well,
to
they're
get
not coming
checked
out.
in the ER.
They're not coming
They're
out.
not coming out.
Nope.
Oh, they will come out. I'll
No.
find a way. No, this is not normal treatment. This is how you treat the people when they come to ask questions about their treatment.
Well, I can't help you because I wasn't here and no one was here for that, unfortunately. So.
But one day these people will be here who decided on that medicine,
Well, they're
and they
not
should
gonna come
answer
out
to
either.
me.
Right, but they're not gonna. They see so many people, they're not gonna remember. You'd have to take it to court if you wanted to be seen by
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
That's the only thing
that's
that
when
can
they will come, right? When it's going
Yeah.
to be a court,
Yeah.
where
That's
it's
it.
gonna cost me lots of money. You are really serious that nobody is gonna sit down with me and for peace of my mind look at the sheets, what was given to me, and
Correct.
tell me why it was given to me. Nobody is gonna come.
No.
No. That's
No.
your final, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Never experienced anything like this in my old life. Never. Do you have some kind of paper where I can make a major complaint against this hospital? I need some kind of form where I can complain.
Yeah.
Do you have the
Patient
number to
relations.
guest relations?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you contact them.
No, that's a woman who doesn't even talk to you, so that's not good. That's a guard dog of this place that will protect you. So there is nowhere that I can complain about this place, how I was treated.
Not here under the guest relations, so.
What else? Get relation is out. She's not willing to help. She's covering up for everybody.
Yeah. That's the highest number we have.
But there is to be a high person who is a big boss of UPMC, because I will go as far as like completely to the top. Do you have any numbers you can give me, share with me?
We're not.
There is a way to find it out, right? Where is the main like office that is responsible for all UPMCs?
Office?
Yeah, it has to be something that is like a, you know, like a top dog,
Probably
yeah.
based out of Fresno.
Where?
Probably out of Fresno.
So you don't even know who is like your biggest boss, who makes decision.
Can give you patient relations, that's it.
Yeah. They're, it's a locked door.
But the patient relation is somebody who will stop you in complaining. I don't know if you are aware of it. They'll stop you.
I don't know.
They'll make you feel hopeless and you will not get any help. That's what they do. Wow.